AHAVA and blessings to all of you. Today is a beautiful Magdalene Shabbat day, and it also is the International Women's Day. And so I shared a post today on social media that said, "Together we rise in commitment, in strength, in beauty, in harmony, and in holiness." And so it's so beautiful to see the strength and the unity of all women coming together. And at the same time, we must also remember that when we awaken this leadership is also in this moment to bring in holiness into the world, to bring in holiness into our families, and also to support all of the younger women who are rising in this moment. We know that all of our elders have been connecting with their strength and their commitment and have connected in the past. We've come a long way. And now, especially that we can feel the Magdalene consciousness here on earth, we can feel the divine feminine presence, we can feel the temple of the mother being restored here on earth. We can ask ourselves, what does this leadership really look like? Is it a leadership of harmony? Is it a leadership of anger? Is it a leadership of wanting to strive to be out there always? Or can we, as women, continue to be the container, to be the vessel that receives? Can we also understand to lead in this world and to be examples of leaders, as also to become the powerful vessel that the feminine is to receive? And what does that mean? Because we usually think that to receive means just to take in everything. But actually to receive means that we give, to be of a giving nature, to lead, right, in that attribute of knowing how to give unconditionally. And it's not about giving from a place of lack, because when we give from a place of lack, we get angry. Oh, I need to put my limits, right? I need to stop. People are taking advantage of me. But all of that happens when there is separation within, when there is a lack of unity within. But when we give from a place of totality, of wholeness, of completeness, of shalom, and you can watch the last video that I recorded on Mary Magdalene and the practice of shalom, we can also become that powerful container that receives the blessings of the light. And so as we celebrate this day, on a Magdalene Shabbat day, on the day of Shekhinah, the divine feminine presence, we know it's the number 8. 8 is divine union. We can ask ourselves, how are we leading as women? And if you're a man, you can ask yourself, how is your divine feminine essence leading you in your life, right? And how are we, let's look at the external first. How are we supporting other women? How are we supporting other women with their creativity, even with their insecurities and lack of confidence? How are we supporting other women who may not have the resources, right? In some countries, women still don't have the resources to get out of very toxic situations. So how can we support these women? How can we help these women? How can we help the women around us? How can we help our mothers, our daughters, right? This is really, really important, and support them. And how can we support ourselves? And how can we take on a role of leadership that is a role of harmony, right? The divine feminine represents the container, the avum, that holds the masculine and the feminine. How can we bring these two energies together to become the leaders of balance, of harmony, and of holiness? How can we be an example of consecrating the earth and consecrating our bodies and consecrating the incarnation? And this is important for us to reflect, because if this day exists, it is a portal. If everyone is celebrating this day, or most people, it is important. And so the divine feminine presence is connected to the soul, the inner journey, right? And we know that one of the attributes that we celebrate on this day is voicing ourselves, right? The sound of our voice, the true sound, when the voice is freed from slavery, is actually the sound of the soul. And then us sharing that sound, that's feminine. Us sharing that sound of the soul is masculine, right? And so how can we voice ourselves? By awakening the inner sound of the soul and expressing truth out into the world. And celebrate all of the powerful women. Let us celebrate Mary Magdalene, a leader, a powerful leader. She left her country to start a new life after her beloved had passed, had been executed and crucified. Her strength, her perseverance. Let us celebrate Mother Mary, right? Mother Mary, who had to also go through a lot, knowing that she would be giving birth to Yeshua Messiah. And let us celebrate all of the powerful women in our lives, that have been in our lives, who have walked the earth, and the high holy women who are teachers and who are committing to the path of teaching, right? Committing to the path of bringing that sacredness into the world. And so sending all of you so much love on this Shabbat day. AHAVA.